15-1. 15-1. It's really not moving that much, hey? It's not moving at all. Doesn't look like their side is much either. Give me middle of 8. Yeah. Yeah. It's really not moving much, eh? Yeah, it does. Straighter and quicker, maybe? Straighter and quicker? Yeah. And I don't think there'll be anybody else out here with us. Hey, Chris. $13-3. 13-2. Hmm? 13-2. What did it feel like? Like a 12? Right here. I think we're pretty good, hey? Like 14 and a half. We'll just see how far it goes even, yeah.
It'll keen up quick.
It's going pretty far now, hey?
Good game.
Good curling. Good curling. Good curling. Good curling.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Kelowna, BC. It's the semifinals of the Sunset Ranch Kelowna Double Cash. We are here inside the Kelowna Curling Club for this matchup of BC versus Alberta. Team Kaufman from Edmonton versus the defending BC Women's Champion, Sarah Wark. How are you doing this morning? Jordan Kiss here with you for this one on this Remembrance Day Monday.
I'll see if it's perfect.
And
Also,
we
if
are
somebody gets a chance, my
going to
green
get
water
right
bottle
going
there,
here.
somebody could fill it
Stephanie
up.
Enright the lead for
Oh, yeah.
Team
SCD.
Kaufman.
Pizza curl.
Team Wark
Don't
will
stop.
have
Four
the
more
hammer to start the game based on
Hard
seeding,
finish,
as they
hard finish.
were the top team on the women's side in the round robin and received a bye to the semifinals. So the guard is put up, and Jen Rusnell, the lead for Team Wark, will get things going for them. So they're going to play in behind the guard.
Where? Wait only. Wait only.
The sweepers
11-8.
backed off this one. Here's Sarah saying 11-8 to hog, which is usually always heavy on any ice surface you play on. There's about hack weight on that one. So chance for Team Kaufman to go around their own guard. Team Kaufman going 3-1 in the round robin.
Yeah.
And then
Get the
defeating
line.
Team Slattery last night in the quarterfinal.
Yep. Hard line.
just for weight. Good sweep. 14-8.
And we'll come to the top of the 12 foot. It is the women's semifinal of the Sunset Ranch Kelowna Double Cash, the final event on the BC Women's Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC. Of course, tour points were up for grabs here this weekend. Excuse me.
Line's real nice. Line's really good. Kelsey, 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 Kelsey.
The
Hard
tour points
line.
were up for
Really
grabs,
gotta go.
which teams can use to qualify for the
14-5,
provincial
yeah.
championships. Team Wark already having their spot because they are the defending champs. Corinne Brown was leading the BC Women's Tour as she has won 2 events. Not here this weekend because she was playing in Nova Scotia at the Tier 2 event at the Grand Slam and came up with a loss in the semifinals, but still a very good performance. And they have qualified, I believe, through the for provincials through CTRS points. Of course, one team on the men's and women's side with the most CTRS points will qualify, and then
Line's good. Line's good.
of course Team Wark in second place.
Room.
And again, already clinched their spot in provincials. And then third and fourth place is Team Thompson and Team Richards,
Line's
which
good.
now have
Step.
clinched a spot
Okay.
in provincials. So already 4 of the 8-team field
13-6.
in Cranbrook is already sorted out. And it'll be a battle for the last 4 spots over in Abbotsford in the first weekend of December in the women's playdown.
Close. Yep. Hard.
I'll try and
Really
move some
hard,
rocks
Ken.
here. It's
Really gotta push. Really gotta
Kelsey
go.
Jones,
Hard roll, Chris.
who's filling in on this Team Wark this weekend, as their normal second, Carly Sandwith, was in Quebec, coaching the BC team at the Canadian Mixed Championships. Cam DeJong, Taylor Reese-Hansen, Alex Horvath, Mariah Coulomb. Made it to the championship pool and just fell short of the playoffs. And if you haven't heard, Quebec did defeat New Brunswick in the final. I believe Quebec going undefeated on home soil.
Line's good. Wait only.
Kim Curtin here, the second,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
trying to draw in, and this is going to be light. So will come as a center line guard, and
15.
Sarah's going to ask Kelsey to come around it.
Where? Wait only. Where? Okay, Kristen. Hard, Chris. Okay, it's gone.
So
it's
they're
gone,
saying
it's
this is
gone.
heavy, so they're trying to bring it to the back one,
13-1.
but it overcurled, and that's going to go on by. So draw weight, a little bit of a problem right now early on for Team Wark. Mostly just a lack of execution. Seems to know they do have an idea of what draw weight should be. Of course, the teams did practice before this game. But didn't have that normal draw to the button for hammer like they usually do.
Line's good. Yep.
So that might have played a little role
Yep. Hard
in these
step.
2 heavy draws for
Hard
Team
step,
Wark early
hard
on.
Step. Hard. Hard to get by. Hard to get it by. Whoa.
Team Kaufman will get it by. And we'll see where it comes to the rest.
14-3.
will come to the back of the 8 foot, leaving a nice little wall there for Team Wark, Kristen Pilot. Of course, the defending BC Women's Champions. Had a great run at the Scotties last year. Still looking for their first win on the tour this season is Sarah Wark.
Where? Whoa. Jen. Hard, Jen. Really hard, Jen.
Couple of quarterfinal losses and a semifinal loss in their last event in Kamloops.
Go. Okay.
This will come to the back one, bounce off and sit on top of the red one, 4-shot stone. This is the 5th event on the BC Women's Curling Tour. We've had 3 different winners so far. First event was won by Team Ryan
Close.
in Maple Ridge at the King Cash.
Hard line. Hard stuff. Okay, line's good. Weight only.
In
Just
Vernon
line.
at the
Kim,
Prestige
Kim,
Hotels,
Kim,
Resorts,
Kim,
and
Kim,
Curling
Kim.
Classic. It was Kelsey Rock
Go. Hard,
defeating Chelsea Carey in the final, and then Corinne Brown
Sweet.
winning the last 2 in Abbotsford and Kamloops. As that rock from Pam Appleman comes buried to the top of the button.
12 and a half.
And
I
maybe
know.
it's curling enough here to
Top one.
at least
fine.
move
We'll
it
move
out of the
end.
4 foot. Maybe you can find a way to stick in there for second shot. Stay around in the 8 foot.
Should have said on Steph's that it was in a wide path and it's going to die. Our first one. And then we got sucked into draws. Runarounds. What? Well. Yep. Hard. Really hard. Really hard, girls. Really. Okay, whoa. Jen?
This one is on the red guard. Will bounce off. We'll open things up a little bit.
Okay.
As the rock will spin into the 12 foot for 5th shot. So we're on to the skip rocks
I
here.
had to give you tight ice.
12-5.
You know, you could throw a guard. Well, leaves teamwork with a run back.
Yeah.
Or you could go right in there. Try to bury a piece of it.
Like a halfway guard?
So they're going to go to the halfway guard here.
Yeah. Like just
Allow
like
Sarah to
the
throw the run
center
back.
line, like
Although if she does make it, she's going to be sitting too.
And it's not going anywhere.
line's more important than weight.
And this.
Close. Well,
They're saying it's pretty tight to the rings right now. The 3-4.
whoa.
This one looks like it's gonna slide in. They're gonna. And they are gonna bury a piece of it behind the guard, and that's very good.
It finished a lot.
Guards the red one. Not much Sarah can
Always
do
play this
here.
one now.
She's got 2 yellows. She could
Yeah,
hit.
yeah.
She could peel the red ones off, and hopefully Nikki misses
Or we do the double run.
her last guard.
Good.
Or just shot in general might not even be a guard.
Just kept finishing lots. Ended up in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
So looks like she's gonna run this red one and make all these go away.
Okay.
So fine. that one there, and this one will come across,
Easy.
go that way, and then hopefully this one will slide by the yellow one, and you'll end up sitting 1 after this.
Maybe give me just a touch more ice.
You're at least trying to get rid of 2 rocks here.
Okay.
You know, if you can move the rock off the
Try to
button,
get the back one too.
that will help a lot here for Team Wark. Of course, that scoring area is blocked. You can't draw.
Well, Kelsey. Jen! Jen!
Get 1, and they will open it up,
Okay.
but they will take away one of the run backs.
Do you like your hair more ice?
Moved. Didn't think it would.
You were like
Looks like it'll just be a straight center guard here
I threw
for
it nice though, hey?
Team Kaufman.
Mm-hmm.
same thing.
Yeah,
Just tight.
center guard is
spout
really the
should
only
be
call
ideal.
here. No, the other option would be to
don't want
go
any
on
more
the
than
house
that.
and sit 2. You could go around maybe the corner guards on the right there
Totally.
and sit 2, but then you leave an open hit for 1. But that red one is such in a good spot right now. It's definitely worth guarding, and
Yep, for line. Well. Kim. Kim. Hard, Kim. Hard. Hard. Hard.
so trying to bring this one over.
Well.
And I will cut on the center line.
Good sweep.
So Sarah would have a straight back red double here for 1.
Okay.
Or do you want to play that?
Or you can run the yellow in over here for 2. That's definitely a harder shot.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, the straight run back with the red is only for 1. It is the easier shot, though. But this one is for 2. You know, and probably worst case, you know, you are only going to give up 1 here, and it is the first end, so you're all right with getting up a early steal if your team works. So they're going to try for their
We just have
2.
About an inch of ice. We gotta hit high side.
Just a lot less people watching this morning. It's still early.
Well, Jen.
This should fall back.
On it to make a curl. Oh, will they bump it in? No, they won't. They'll avoid anything worse, and it will be a steal of 1 here in the first end for Team Kaufman. They will take the early lead here in the women's semifinal of the Sunset Ranch Kelowna double cap.
My hearing isn't that bad.
Stop making excuses and do something about your hearing loss. Connect Hearing offers solutions that are discreet, reliable, and cost-effective. Book your free hearing test today.
Draw the button, pass.
Stephanie Enright getting us started here in the second end of the women's semifinal. Sunset Ranch Kelowna double cash. Jordan Kiss
13-8.
with you. This one inside the Kelowna Curling Club. 12 sheets here in Kelowna. Only 4 are being used for semifinals of men's and women's action. Of course, we are on sheet 8. Over on sheet 7 is the other women's semifinal. It's Team Kawana of Japan taking on Team Margareyan of Russia, the young Russian junior team. Over on the men's side, sheet 5, it's Team Richard versus Team Cotter. And it's Team Cotter minus Jim, as Jim is not here this weekend. So they got Pat Simmons, 2-time Brier champion, to fill in. And over on sheet 6, the final men's semifinal is Team Wenzik versus Team Jonice. Of course, we'll have the men's final for you at 12 o'clock.
Control, but keep the weight up.
So the corner guard slides in here. Stephanie Enright. Hit it out. Try for a little roll in towards the middle.
Whoa. Clean. Clean. Okay, that was 9.
And we'll come to the nose. So Jan going to get another attempt here at the corner guard after coming in on her first. This one should hang out there in the free guard zone, and it will. Just stop it in time. 5 rock rule here in Kelowna this weekend. 8 ends of play, no time limit, no timeouts, and of course an extra end will be played if needed. So tight guard here, top of the house for Team Kaufman and Kim Curtin. This one will come into the top of the 12-foot. But will allow Team Wark to roll behind their corner guard.
Yep, yes! Hard! Really hard, Chris! Really hard. Okay, whoa. Jen. Hard, Jen. Hard.
So we'll hit it around the nose, and we'll just miss the double. Jen's going to try to get this yellow one out here and hit as close to nose as he can. I think if you nose, you will take out the red one at the back. As long as the yellow one goes out, you'll be okay with the red one leaving the house as well here. Just don't jam the yellow.
Close. Yep. Hard, Steph, hard. Roll if you can. Good
And
shot.
we'll hit it, and we'll hit a by, and that's pretty good. It'll end up on the center line as a very tight guard. Could be in. It's pretty close.
It's 9-9.
So play the long hit and roll here.
Chris. Hard, Chris. Really hard for a piece, Chris. Hard for
And
a
this
piece.
one is
hard for a
wide.
piece. Go.
I'm trying to make it curl now just to hit it. And they will, and it'll hit the other red, and they'll remove the other rock here.
I would love if somebody made a shot.
An early
I
struggle
know.
here for Team Wark. So Team Kaufman can go around their tight guard.
Room. It's in a wider path. Okay. Still got lots of room. Steph only. Steph. I don't really want it behind the tee. Whoa. Okay, 14-5.
So this will come to the tee line. And they're on the button.
Just high
You can see about almost all, 3/4. They're gonna try to open up the front. Make 2. If you get lucky, you can make all 3 of them go away.
Whoa,
That was-
Jen.
Kristen almost falls over there and see if she can recover. And
Hard, Jen. Roll it out.
they will just get the one, bounce off their guard, and roll to the top of the 12-foot. Team Kaufman now going to hit and roll onto their red one, or just over it, right on the flag.
Close, yep. Hard, right up. Hard. No roll. Sit.
They will hit, they will roll, and will roll pretty close to where they wanted it, a little too far, but they do cover a piece of the first shot rock.
Just a touch early of nose.
So again,
Almost nose.
so they're gonna play a hit here.
Comfy.
Looks like they're gonna try to blank this end. Again, hopefully
Both of those.
try to generate their deuce in the third. If you really wanted to go for 2 here, you could try and freeze on the one on the button. But the early struggles right now, it's definitely safer just to hit some rocks here. A little easier shots right now.
Yep.
Just make the easy ones and
Whoa.
give yourself some confidence.
Kelsey. Jen. No. Kelsey. Hard, Kels. Really hard. Go.
There,
Okay, that
one, then they'll take the one off at the button. And the double is made from Kristen.
Probably like there. I guess.
Same feel as the other end.
We're just leaving him a chance
That's
at the
good.
double, but I guess that's okay.
I think you're going to leave Team Wark
quite
here
messy
with the
there.
double no matter where you put this one.
Oh, that first one. Yes, you almost did. Yes,
It's kind
you
of like
almost fell in your face.
what's the hardest double to leave?
But it was perfect.
Yeah, so they're going to go top house.
Just top 12.
Or if you split the rings here,
Okay.
you know, you could
Maybe
go,
draw the side, just not to
you know,
get
top
the
12
double.
to the wing. But maybe Sarah might maybe
Out of the wrong side of that cup.
go a little cheeky and
Okay, so
freeze.
same weight?
Even if you make this one here, it comes top 12, Sarah might come around and freeze to the rock at the back of the 8-foot. But I feel it's more likely she's going to play the long double.
I held back a bit. Switch. Steph. Make sure it's in. Okay. Good sweep.
Easy, comfy on the nose.
So So just come short of the
It
8.
should
Looks like it
pick
is
up a
biting.
bit.
And right on the nose will remove both of them.
Easy, comfy on the nose.
You make it, you're going to have a chance to blank. You don't, you're
Actually,
you're looking at a force of 1.
Because if we cross nose, we can get it the other way, but if I hit it high side, we're not. Okay.
First rock for Sarah Wark here in 2 is the women's semifinal. Sunset Ranch Kelowna, double cash.
Yep. Whoa! Whoa!
Close, get 1, and they'll just go by, leaving Team Kaufman
Shoot.
sitting 1. And looks like they are going to try hit.
So close.
Control.
So a hit and stick in the rings,
Come on, Jam.
and Sarah will either choose to draw or hit for a single point.
Yeah. It's more just to avoid the jam. Control, yeah. Cam's ran pretty nice here. Or was it yours? That was yours, yeah. Yeah. Yep, can't hurt it, yep. Yep! Hard! Hard!
And don't want to jam.
Hard!
It doesn't look like they will. And we'll see if they can hang around here, and they will. And great end there
Good
from
sweep.
Team Kaufman.
A little down, maybe?
Getting the force here at a teamwork. So Sarah gonna draw full 8 foot, and she will tie it.
Okay, guys, what do you think here? Yeah, I just got a 15.5 on her last one. Yeah. So 15.5. Can I have a bit less? Okay. Okay, let's make it, guys. T-line.
So trying to make this one good here. Sweepers were on it the
I was gonna say
whole
it's
way
really
here.
early, but should be able to get there.
Really gotta go.
Needs full 8 foot. Needs at least to hit full 12 to limit the damage here. Sweepers working hard. Jen and Kelsey. And they won't get it far enough. But will cut Team Kaufman down to 1. So a steal of 1 here for Team Kaufman. And then number 2, they'll
Sorry,
have the
guys.
2-0 lead in the women's semifinal of the Sunset Ranch Kelowna double cap.
Miles ago, Jam.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, Jam.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
This isn't just a beer. This is a double-aged, never back down, full of heart Western beer. This is a beer brewed by 16 guys who risked it all. Original 16. Underdogs since 1989.
We're set to get going here in end number 3. Stephanie Enright with Team Kaufman, a 2-0 lead. Team Kaufman, of course, from Edmonton, Alberta. I'd like to give a shout out to some of their sponsors. World Financial Group, Jason White Base Shop,
Just for weight.
Shoe Closet
for
and
weight.
Boutique in Settler, Alberta, and Olson Curling Supplies.
14.5.
A rock from Stephanie will come to the
Oh,
4-foot bite in the button. It is the women's semifinal of the Sunset Ranch Kelowna double cash here in Kelowna, BC, in the
Extra points.
great Okanagan Valley. The Okanagan area in general, just a great place, especially for curling. Lots of great curling fans here in the Okanagan, whether you go to Kelowna, Kamloops, Vernon.
Okay, really curling, so over and off, over and off, over and off, over and off. 18-5.
Versus Kelowna Curling Club here. Hot spot for national and world championships. They had the Canadian Club Championships here 2 years ago. The World Mixed Championships last year. And this year, in April, they'll be hosting the World Seniors and World Mixed Doubles Championships.
Lots of room. Needs to curl. Lots of room. We're way out there. Hard finish. Hard finish. Hard finish. Hard all the way. Hard.
So trying to throw the guard in, it won't curl enough. We'll leave a corner guard for Team Wark to hit and roll behind. Some updates on the other games here. Men's semifinal, Sheet 5, Team Richard versus Team Cotter.
Whoa, 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 Kelsey.
Team Richard up 2-0 in that one,
Hard, Kelsey, for a piece. Really gotta
as
push,
they play
Kels.
3.
Really gotta push. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa.
And the other men's final, Team Wenzik up 2-0 over
Whoa,
Team
whoa, whoa,
Jonice.
Whoa, 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 roll.
And
Yep.
Team Margaret and Team
Go all the way,
Kawana
all the way, all the way, all the
are
way.
tied
All the way,
at
all the way.
1
Okay.
as they play the third end. So hit and roll the other way.
Keep the weight up.
Team Kaufman gonna hit this yellow one here. They can see just all of it. It is
Steph.
long
Steph.
ways, a lot of separation between the guard and the rock here, so
Hard.
not too difficult.
Hard.
Needs to curl and just a stick,
Sweet.
and we'll hit it out. So an open house to draw to.
Yeah, it's all right.
Teamwork. Could it go around either one here? They are going to go around the red one. The yellow one is a little high, so a little easier for Team Kaufman to get around it, but also drawing behind the red one, your opposition rock, you allow Team Kaufman the opportunity to run it in.
Jen? Where? Jen? Kate, whoa, 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 whoa. Stay close, Jen. Yes, Jen, 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 Jen.
This one is
Roll it right over, right over, right over.
on
right
the
over. This one, yep, go,
red
go, go,
corner,
go.
maybe rolling the other way, and you got yourself a nice little double corner guards over there.
Yep.
Yeah. Team Kaufman gonna go right in here. You'll see some teams peel. Maybe try the double peel. But then doing so, you will allow teamwork a similar shot. So kind of get into the house first. Give teamwork something to worry about.
Line's tight. Yep, line. Hard line. Hard. Hard. Hard line. Hard. Line's
Trying to
green.
draw
Keep
in.
going. Hard, hard, hard. Great sweep. 15-6.
And we'll come to the top 8 foot and is buried. Team Kaufman with all the momentum right now. So, back line wait. Looks like they're going to try to get to nose of the yellow one and tap it up. It is curling enough that you can get in there.
Where? Line's good. Where?
No, probably ideally you punch the red one to behind the tee, and then you have at least one of your own in the rings.
Yep, hard, Jen. Hard, Jen. Really hard. Really hard. Go, 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 go.
Make a curl, and
Good.
yellow will go on by, and this other yellow that they tapped will just hang on at the back of the 12-foot. That was perfect back line weight from Kelsey as we're on to the third rocks now. So center guard for Team Kaufman. And you're throwing the center. Team Wark could draw around. Other option would be to come top 4 behind the red.
Room.
And really close things up in the 4-foot.
Kim. Hard finish. Hard finish. Hard. Get it to center. Hard. Good sweep.
So the rock from Pam will come to the center line.
Back line.
And Team Wark going to try the same thing here. A little more room to work with. It's right on the nose. And the red one goes out. You will sit too.
It doesn't have to.
So Kristen Pilot, her first rock. And then number 3. Team Wark curls out of the Abbotsford Curling Club. So on it to make a curl. Oh, do they sweep it too much for the curl? Kelsey on it now, and they're going to over curl. And go right by, and that's going to go out. Tough break there for Team Wark. They had the shot made, but it's really the way that sweepers now, you can sweep it to curl, sweep it to keep it straight. It's really a fine art to communicate when you need to switch, especially when you're making a curl and it starts to over curl on you. Doesn't look good.
Close. Steph.
And that shot kind of just sums up the way this game is going for Team Wark early on.
We're fine.
And they will get by the center.
Line's perfect.
And it will come to the top of bottom, covering the pin here.
Good shot.
A little hole here. You can hit and roll for Team Wark and maybe make a double. At least you should be able to bump the rock off the button.
Some spots aren't quite gliding as much, but not that big a difference though. Yeah.
Whether it catches a curl a little earlier or not.
Yeah. I thought your release might have been softer on that one, so I was a little more worried for line, and I wanted them to start jump it early. Should be close.
They get through the port. They hit one, make contact with the other, and they'll roll behind the corner, and everything will go. And that is a big shot for Team Wark. The way this game's been going for them, a little confidence booster, maybe a momentum shifter, as they're now sitting one buried in the 12-foot.
Harry, draw around. Speed still the same here?
Some are. Because Kelsey's, we were pushing over there and it never went.
Try not to jump it early if we don't have to.
So they are going to draw around the center
Might
guard.
Hang outside for a little bit. Yeah. Line's good. Hard line, hard, 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 hard.
They're trying to get it by the center here. And it will rub off.
Holy. 2 are yellow. Do you think?
A little less scenic.
So now how does
And
Team
we just
Wark
saw it a couple times.
get in?
Yeah.
There
Even if
is
we do
there is, it looks like to be a small port here around the center.
Okay.
Well, they're thinking, come right in here to their yellow one.
Probably the easiest way in, hey?
Yeah, there's not much they can do. They could try this
know.
wide tap, but that will
14-8.
expose the one
Yeah.
with the 12-foot.
Smart.
So ideally, they'd like to get by
just
their
shoot it
one
is
in the
good, unless
12-foot
we're
here
going
if they
behind
can.
it,
I
we
don't
can
know
go
if it's
T-line
going to be
behind it.
possible.
You guys might have
You
to
need to just
manage that
freeze
part
to
a
it.
little bit.
Nikki's going to have to
14-8.
make probably a nice raise on her final shot to get in there.
Where?
Hard kills!
They got to get by the yellow guard first, and they will rub off. And the yellow one
I think
will
weight was good, eh?
spill. Kind of over to the reds on the other side. Team Kaufman looks like they're going to try the same thing here.
At least it's hard for them to get
Or
into.
not. They're going to go around
That's slightly
their
less
center
than the
guard
last
again.
one.
So
Shoot.
that's you don't want to come that way at it. You want to go this way. There we go. So come that way. Sit at the top of the 4-foot.
It's not that bad. It's better than it has been.
And again, put the
Okay,
pressure on
so
Sarah
this
Wark
one
to make her last shot.
Gotta be careful about line here. So we'll give you a couple of feet more and then try not to jump it unless we have to. Well, a little wider. Well, close, close. Well, Kim, Kim, hard Kim, hard Kim, hard. Make it curl, hard.
So they got to make a curl to get by
Kim.
the guards here. It will bounce off.
You're kind of sweeping
And
on
roll
the
to the
wrong side of
middle
rock
and
there.
we'll leave a little bigger hole for Sarah to
Or do we
draw
still go
for
that way
her
'cause we just saw
2.
it?
You could go either way at this one.
Yeah, it
Is
is.
it just weird? It didn't look like
Even
it was,
this
like,
way.
sitting on this side of the
Yeah,
rock. I'm like,
I
gotta
think
sweep
this way
It's kind of like,
probably.
what way do you know
where we want it
best?
to curl.
They're going to go towards the middle. I just saw it.
Just running a bit straighter this way. It was good. Oh, okay, so maybe she was a touch wide side. No. Can I throw the same weight? Yeah. Did she say what it was? Okay, perfect. Let's make it good, guys.
So have their one right now, looking to get their two here in the third end is Sarah Wark. Tie this one up. Just needs the paint.
Work.
This one isn't coming off the corner guard. They're going to tap this red one up. Luckily, they won't tap it far enough. So it'll just be a score of 1 for Sarah Wark and her team here in the third end. They trail Team Kaufman 2-1 in the women's semifinal of the Sunset Ranch Kelowna Double Cash.
My hearing isn't that bad.
Stop making excuses and do something about your hearing loss. Connect Hearing offers solutions that are discreet, reliable, and cost-effective. Book your free hearing test today.
We are set to get going in the end number 3 women's semifinal of the Sunset Ranch Kelowna Double Cash. Team Wark with a single point in the third end. Team Kaufman will have the hammer for the first time. Jordan Kiss here with you alongside Marcio Cerquino and Jessica Ingram, who are working behind the scenes. As that rock comes to the top of the 12-foot. So the guard slides in, and Team Kaufman going to ignore it here and go around the corner. So going the aggressive route here. They'll be in the even end. You do want to, usually in even ends, you do want to score. So they're going to try for their 2. See a lot of teams in this situation just hit the open one and hit after hit after hit and take a blank. But going in isn't good. When you ignore that yellow one, you want to make that corner guard, and Stephanie will throw that one heavy and to the T line. Team Wark chance to hit and roll. Kind of similar to what we saw in the second end this way, yeah. Just they'll roll reversal. Team Kaufman comes in. Team Wark tries to throw the corner guard, and it comes in. They will get a little roll and grab a piece of the 4-foot. Now Team Kaufman, it's time to hit. And still looking to generate their 2 here. They're going to hit and roll on top or over yellow one. And hoping for a jam from Team Wark. So I like the aggressive strategy here from Team Kaufman, especially being up. You know, being up with the hammer
Slow roll.
Teams would be happy
10-1.
to play it open. West Roxton played the better, and ideally blank every end from here on out. Not Team Kaufman. They're gonna try hard for their 2, which is great for us watching. More Roxton play the better for us. Kelsey Jones. Will hit the red one, but they won't hit it enough. And it'll hang on in the 12-foot. So an open hit here for Team Kaufman to sit and lie 2. It's Kim Curtin with her first rock in the 4th.
Right up, right up, right up. Hard for nose. Hard for nose. Good sweep. 9-8.
So I will come to the nose, and Team Wark gonna try to hit and roll here. Just group the red ones together and hopefully have a double. So now Team Wark kind of hoping for the blank here. Rather give up a blank than give up 2. Ideally, would like to force, but in this situation, it's extremely difficult to set that up right now. You're gonna need a miss from Team Kaufman to do so. Scuzzy will hit and roll, and he'll spin back towards the pin. Team Kaufman again just going to try to roll away back to the other side. Keep those reds as far apart as possible.
Close, yep. Yes! Hard! 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 Hard for peace. Hard, hard, hard.
And they will hit it out, but will roll out, and
Like, it looked okay
it's
out
the
of her
break that
hand.
Team Wark
Really
needed.
moved. Like, she might have been a hair
So
tight,
hit and
but
stick.
I'm surprised how much it curled.
As we're halfway through this
That's why I
4th
didn't wanna
end.
do, like, that side of
Third
stuff
rocks
on,
now,
like,
Kristen
off the
Pilot.
I thought this side would be better.
Seen this spot curl a lot in previous games. And there's another example of it. And they're going to let Team Kaufman off the hook here. They will, and they'll just move it closer. Team Wark, both these teams, it's their second time playing on this sheet. I believe in Team Wark it was Saturday night. They should know that spot unless they think it changed, because they're playing a lot towards it and for one end against Team Thompson.
Line's good. Okay. Right to T-line.
So another chance to split the rings.
Hard right in. Okay, okay, that's good, that's good. Whoa, whoa.
So we'll come to top 12.
Yeah, it was a good way. I was saying to
Well,
Matt,
it
my
does
brain
leave
was
a
so
nice
happy there,
angle
like, you might have
for
been a
Team
hair
Wark
tight, but
to hit and roll and sit on top of the red one. You could also maybe try a double.
yeah. Because I didn't want to cross cross center this way because I wasn't sure what he'd do on that center line, but I thought this side would be a little straighter.
I like the icing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, hit. They will roll. They will make contact with the red. And will it go out? It's going to be close. I don't think it got it enough. Looks like it's just biting there in the 12-foot, but a very good effort from Kristen Pilot. So another chance to split here for Team Kaufman. Roll as far away as possible.
Close, clean. Yep. Yep. Hard. 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 Roll, 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 roll.
They'll hit and they will roll, and that is perfectly from Pam Appleman. And
Nice shot.
again, all Sarah can do, try to hit and roll closer, and hopefully you have a double.
They really move at the end. 10-4, so your weight was close.
Sarah Wark, it's her first rock as we throw the skip stones here in 4. They'll hit, and they will hit it on the nose.
Control? I think it's pretty gradual here. That.
So again, probably a nose hit here for Team Kaufman. Again, I like to try roll away. Knows you might leave a double for Sarah. Won't be an easy double, but I think she'll definitely take a run at it.
Control? Nose is good, or a hair your way, Steph? Clean. Clean. Steph, 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 Steph.
This looks pretty close. Should be okay. And they will roll away.
Thanks. Good seat.
So best Sarah can do is just hit it, sit for shot. Cleaning all of this one all the way down. And right on the beak, and a roll. Well, there are the shot stone, and just hit and stay for Nikki, and you'll get your 2. And have a 3-point lead at the halfway mark of the women's semifinal, Sunset Ranch Kelowna double cash.
Same weight. Okay.
There it is, the last rock here in 4.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Steph, 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 Steph.
This is going to be good. Stephanie sweeps it to Curl, and it will be a score of 2. Yeah, it will be a score of 2 for Team Kaufman here in the 4th end. They'll have a 4-1 lead over Sarah Wark in the women's semifinal. Sunset Ranch, Kelowna.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
This isn't just a beer. This is a double-aged, never back down, full of heart Western beer. This is a beer brewed by 16 guys who risked it all. Original 16. Underdogs since 1989.
Line's good.
They're set for the 4th end. Here it's the women's semifinal of the Sunset Ranch Kelowna double cash.
Line's good.
It's the
14-2.
final event on the BC Women's Curling Tour, which is presented by Bel Air Direct and Best Western, the
Good shot.
official hotel of Curl BC. As well, I'd like to thank Via Sport and the government of BC who are supporting all events this year on the BC Curling Tour through hosting BC. I'd like to thank you to them for making this stream possible.
I find those ends
Joining
so
Kiss with you
nerve-wracking
on this
where we set up for the
Remembrance
boost really
Day
early,
Monday.
and you gotta like keep hitting and sticking and
Thank you for
not
joining me here this morning.
the pressure on my last one. It's like, oh, we worked so hard all
Don't
in.
forget,
So
our
it's like
men's
we're not
final
screwed up.
will be at 12 o'clock. And right now, an update on those games. It's still Team Richard up 3-0 over Team Cotter. 3-1 now. As Team Cotter scored 1 in 4. And 3-0. So far it's 3-0 Wenzik versus Joe Nice, but they haven't put up the score for the 4th end yet. As soon as they do, we'll let you know. And then steal 1 for Team Kelowna in the 4th end. They have a 6-1 lead over Team Margaretan. That is the other women's semifinal.
Room. Hard finish. Hard finish. Hard. You gotta finish hard. Hard.
So looking just
Hard,
to
right to center, hard. You got
come
it.
over.
Hard.
Their own here is Team Kaufman.
Good sweep.
And won't curl enough for him. So chance to hit and roll for Team Wark. Could go around to either one here. Looks like Sarah's gonna ask Jen to go around the red one. It is a shorter roll. This one's right now is on the red corner, and they will bounce off it and will go through. And Jen's early struggles continue. Really all around for Team Wark. It hasn't been their greatest game. And defending champions here in BC have yet to make a final. Here on the Women's Curling Tour. long as you play well during provincials, doesn't matter what you do during the season.
Line's good.
As provincials is the one you want to win.
Line's good. Switch. Switch. Hard. 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 You gotta touch
Another
center
chance
hard.
at a guard for
Hard.
Team Kaufman.
Hard. Hard. Sweet.
And Will Krubble won't hit center. So still available here for Team Wark. They're just going to tap it. Create some backing at the back of the house. So back house weight. Hit as much of that red one as possible. This one needs to curl. They do have a piece. And they will hit it. And the red one will go out. But will still be in play as it's hanging on the back line. Kind of the same kind of shot here for Team Kaufman. They'll throw a board. Then hit as much as you can. Ideally love to roll and avoid the jam.
Whoa. Steph. Hard, Steph. Hard. Hard, you got it. Hard. Right to it. Line's good. Hard.
This is
hard,
finishing
hard,
a
hard,
lot here. This is going to be pretty nice from Team Kaufman.
Nice shot.
It will come to the nose. So only sitting the one
7-6.
without the hammer. Kelsey Jones. They're trying to roll behind the corner, but they're going to over curl. The red one will hit the other one, and will stay in the 12 foot. But still, for now, it is Team Wark sitting a single point. So we're to the third rocks.
Close. Clean. Clean. Yep. Yep. Hard. 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 No roll. No roll. Sit. Sit. Sit.
So they will hit it out, and they will roll over to the 8 foot.
Yeah, 10-2. Good weight.
Team Wark with the hammer, gonna ignore him. Draw around. Try to get one buried. It's looking pretty good here for Team Wark. They are through the port. They got to go on it for weight. Needs full 8 to be shot stone. They're going to finish it off. And it will come to the top of the 4 buried. Kirsten Pilot keeping her team in this one.
Just normal?
So
Or do you like
straight
control?
run. for Team Kaufman. And not much else to do here. Worst case, you open it up, and I'll probably see Team Wark go around the corner guard.
Yep. Hard. 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 Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
So get it, and they'll punch it through the hole, and the one they raise will go out. So nice shot from Pam, and the same shot here for Kristen. Draw around.
Sorry. I was calling her off at the end. I don't think she heard.
And Team Kaufman wouldn't like to stick that one, but they're pretty happy with it.
Yeah, it's a really good shot.
So again, this one a little closer to the center. They will get by. It's a little lighter. And it will come up light.
Yeah.
Third shot is the yellow rock.
Coming around center, 'cause we'd have to get
Team Kaufman sitting
tight
two
to
without
that.
the hammer.
I guess we could. Yeah. Yeah. I think so. What about here? Do you think weight's similar here?
Team Kaufman could go behind the corner guard, even if you plug the hole.
Do you think the speed's the same here as the others? Speed's the same here? Yeah, right in.
Yeah, so they're gonna go right in.
Okay, like top four-ish weight. Yeah.
So top 8 foot.
Okay.
And light's fine. And you plug the hole up.
I feel like it's all there. I feel like it's heavy.
The sweepers haven't touched this one. Does have some speed to it. And we'll hang on there for third. Sit 3, second shot. Sit in 3.
Sorry.
Team Wark kind of has the same shot here. Get in there. Try to be above the tee line. Freeze, it's not worst case scenario, but you freeze.
The curls
Nikki draws right back onto it, and you're forced to 1 here. So you're looking to be top 8 foot to have the best chance of scoring 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So maybe taking a look at another option here. Seeing this wide one far in the 8 foot. Maybe hit and roll, make a double. Or just roll in. Maybe it's easy. Just rolling behind these center guards is your best bet. It protects your rock the best. Even going around the corner, Nick, you might have a shot to hit it out. And this way, if you can roll behind, you'll be behind 2 guards.
I'm not sure if it's gonna hang straight out here. And weight sensitive.
Sarah Wark.
I don't think that's gonna come back.
This one wide. And it's tracking out there. Straight spot. Oh, they're going to knock him closer. Oh, they will.
Maybe a bit higher?
And the struggles for Sarah Wark continues.
Okay. Where did we have it? Yeah, I think that should be okay.
So the same shot here for Team Kaufman, top 8. I'd even be tempted just to just plug the hole up. And Sarah's going to have a wide draw to the 4-foot.
Well, similar thing, but I think we want to stop higher this time, like just top 8. So just kind of blocking that hole.
Even full 12, so she
Even,
can't-
yeah.
doesn't get shot.
That's right, yeah. Yeah.
Just throw like a 3.
Actually, let's try for like top 12.
Top 12?
I think that's better than coming in.
I like that.
So change it to top 12.
Aim for tight, and then we'll just take it into top 12.
Yeah.
No deeper, I think, inviting
You are sitting 3, so you don't need to be shot stone out of this. You don't, have to get in there, out count the yellow one.
Line's good. Needs to curl. Kim. Line's good.
So they're liking this one. You'd rather have it sit now, and it will sit.
Okay, that's not bad.
And Sarah's going to have
Yeah.
a
I
wide
like where
draw
that is.
against 3 to get a piece of the 4-foot. You get a single point. Yeah, not much else you can do. It's the easiest shot.
Yeah, when
And
now
there's
that we
not
have
really
it,
a
like,
hole through the
just
middle.
12 is good instead of coming right in.
Oh, yeah.
So it is the final rock here in end number 5.
Oh, thanks.
Draw against 3 for Team Wark, down by 3 points in the women's semifinal. Line's fine. It's gonna curl a bit. It's not fine. Weight's close. And looks like they got it there. Maybe take a look at it. And we'll put a stick to it. So maybe it is one red.
I don't know. I want to ask.
It's very quiet.
It really curled. It came down the top.
Yeah.
So it looks like it is one red.
We're saying that it had
And
lots
Team
out of it,
Kaufman
man.
will have the
Oh,
5-1
good.
lead here women's semifinal. Sunset Ranch, Kelowna, double cash.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
This isn't just a beer. This is a double-aged, never back down, full of heart Western beer. This is a beer brewed by 16 guys who risked it all. Original 16. Underdogs since 1989.
Team Kaufman with a 4-point lead here.
Line's good.
It's the women's semifinal of the
Well, it should glide in
Sunset
this spot.
Ranch double cash from the Kelowna Curling Club.
Line's good.
Teamwork with the hammer once again. You've had it in every end except one.
Good throw.
And Rock will come to the back button. Update in one of the men's semifinal. Team Richard now up 5-1 over Team Cotter. Of course, Steve Laycock skipping Team Cotter this weekend, as Jim is not here. In the other women's semi, Team Margaret, a score of 1 in 5. They now trail Team Kelowna 6-2. Stephanie, all right, just gonna come in front of their own here. Whether you're to it or you're short, you're fine.
Okay. Well. Well.
So they are bumping their own.
Can we sweep at 5? We can? Not sure. Okay.
Maybe we'll
13-7?
roll and kind of separate them, which could be a little advantage for a Team Wark, as you can freeze to either one of those. And if you freeze the right angle to the one on the top of the button, you won't be able to remove it if you're Team Kaufman. So I'm going to go around their corner guard. Maybe they're not. No, they are. So I'll try to get this one a biter. And they will get it into the top of the 12-foot. Still Team Kaufman sitting 2. Can't peel. Yeah, they can't peel the next one. So they're going to play top 12 in front of the 1. And that's in the 4. Just outside the button.
Well. Are we deep? Well. It's gotta sit. Sit.
This rock from Kim is heavy. Will bounce off and leave in a nice pocket here for Team Wark. You freeze right in there. But they're going to play soft weight.
I don't think
Just
it's that
tap the
much
red and
faster
get
on that
behind the
side.
corner guard.
I think they're the same, right? I got 14-3.
We do have an update
Okay.
on the other men's semifinal here quickly. We can just see the scoreboard.
No, I think both sides are similar
Yeah.
for speed.
So they Team Wenzik versus Team Jonice. The fourth end was blanked. And Team Wenzik had a 3-0 lead at that point, but it was a 4-ender for Team Jonice. In 5, they have a 4-3 lead over Team Wenzik. So playing right in the pocket here is Team Wark, and it'll freeze right on top. That is a nice rock. No way that's going to leave the rings. It's going to take 2 shots to get it out. Team Kaufman going to Play a little bump.
I think just back 8.
So back 8. You could even just throw control weight at it, but the way the angle is, it looks like if you throw too much weight, the yellow's going to roll on top of the red one on the button there. So heavy draw.
Wall line. Pam, Pam, Pam. Hard line. Hard
This
line.
one's hanging out there.
Hard. Hard. We gotta get to nose. Hard. Hard.
Looks like they will hit a piece. They want to hit as much as they can.
Okay.
They will hit roll to the button and sit 2.
Sweet. Yeah, just a bit. It changed the angles, so it's pretty good.
So teamwork now gonna hit and roll off the rock that Team Kaufman just threw. It's a bumper weight. So need this one to curl. Hit the red, bounce off, roll up. And they are sitting 2nd and 4th. And that yellow one at the back 4 isn't going anywheres. So Team Kaufman is going to come right to it. Top 4 foot. Freeze on the yellow's good. As we're made our way to the 3rd rocks.
Line's good. Close. Yep, yep. Steph, Steph. Hard line. Hard slide. Hard, hard, hard. 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 You gotta get here. Hard.
I need to go for weight. Line's looking very good.
Hard, 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 hard.
Try and get top the 4. Will come up just short, but that's still a nice spot.
Maybe on the center line it's heavy.
Raisable rock. Teamwork if you could just come top 4. Or maybe they play a red, red, and sit 3. I think the problem is if you freeze the outs to the one that's shot rock right now, the pin should still be available for Team Kaufman to draw to. Maybe they are going to change it up. Yeah. So cover the pin. Yeah, the pin is the best spot for it. You don't want to freeze. Top 4, you could leave a yellow double. Or if you do come top 4 and not shot, Team Kaufman might throw a guard. They still have the rock that they just threw to tap up. Sweeper is saying it's heavy. This is really heavy from Kristen. They'll hit the 1, bounce, and will leave yellow sit in 2. But if Pam can draw one in here for Team Kaufman, those 2 yellows probably won't be counted once this end is complete.
We gotta be here. We can't be light.
Now, even if you're heavy, for Team Kaufman, that's fine. You bump the yellow. If you're light, depends how light you are. If you're light in a guard, that is a lot of trouble.
Close line, yep. Yeah, hard line. Hard. Hard. Hard, hard.
So on it, ran up for line to get by their red one that they threw on their last.
Hard, you got a hard, 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 hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
They hit, rub off, get a nice little roll, and freeze right on top. Right on the nose. Teamwork gonna have to hit it. At least move that yellow one. Hit, little roll inside.
I think they've done a lot of sweeping this game.
Yeah, and a lot of it's been.
And I think if you roll in here, depending, Team Kaufman will probably still be shot rock.
I know it's not her side, but she's not going to sweep anyways, so. Well, maybe on a.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty difficult for Teamwork to be shot once this
Behind the rock and directing it.
is made. Kind of no matter where you hit this one.
Yeah.
Making a curl. Will hit. They will get the roll. And it is the yellow sitting second.
Corner freeze this, I think.
I like it.
If we have to,
So
like,
corner
freeze the inside
freezes
too,
looks
not
like could be
bad.
the call.
Rather up there.
Even if you're on your red, it's not terrible.
Okay. It's for ice. About there. It's a little bit more than I gave you. Okay. Should be close.
It's a corner freeze, the yellow one. Right up there. And maybe Sarah will have a chance
Just
to
wanna corner freeze the
tap that
yellow
and
one.
maybe sit too. It won't be easy. Again, light's fine.
Yeah.
If you're on the center line.
Okay.
Nikki Kaufman, her first rock. 6N on the team from Edmonton, Alberta.
Line's good. Yep. Room. Room. Yep. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Whoa.
So it is heavy. It will bounce and hit the red. And still looks like red is shot stone.
Too much weight. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, how do you get that red one out if you're Teamwork? Looks like the only way will be hit it into here, and hopefully it rolls over top the red at the back four. And if you do so, you are going to lie 3. But you hit this one. If you straight jam it, you'll sit. You will sit one for sure. It's tough to tell.
So if they're only sitting one, maybe we just guard it on my next one or something. Just see where she ends up. Yeah.
Trying to get by the red one at the top. They will. And that is not a terrible result. They have the 4-foot all blocked up.
You know, we might be able to get some of these moving.
Looks like they are only sitting 1.
I
Team
don't know, it's
Kaufman
risky, though.
could throw a guard at it. Center guard. And probably Sarah
Might
will
be
have a
less
tap for
risky to
2.
hit This.
Yeah, I'm looking at that too. Maybe you have this red one here. You could run it straight back, and this yellow one should go over top.
We could draw, but yeah. No.
thinking this one over. There is a chance for a pretty big end here for Team Wark.
Here.
So you have to be careful, because Sarah does have his yellow straight back
Gutsy though.
for 5.
If I'm off at all. No. No, because then she's got the easy run for 4.
Maybe 4.
No, because then it's wide open. She just needs to nose this.
But yeah, the chance is there for Team Wark to score a pretty big end.
Yeah, if we're short here, but if we're short here, that's awful.
Yeah,
I'm wondering
even
if
running
we
that
can
red
move
one
some
in,
rocks.
you risk of it jamming, and well, you do get one in there.
'Cause I don't want to disturb this one, but if
As
we
you run this red in,
kind of wedge in here.
this one should go. The red will out count this one over here.
What's that?
And then
Is it
again,
open?
hopefully for Team Kaufman, this one goes over the top.
Like we could do control.
And then that way,
And then
the
hopefully
worst
Sugar
you're going to give up
stays
is
here.
probably 3. You can even
know,
just
but-
straight tap it. Just tap freeze, bump this back a hair.
I'm hoping this.
And
will
I think
come
you
in,
could
though,
you could
for,
g-
like,
only give up 2 that
second or
way.
third. Or like, or at least I'll count that one. But if I do that, then at least the most she's getting is 3. Like I want to bring 4 out of play. I don't know, I'm really torn here. I need some help.
So they're going to bring the front end here to discuss this.
I mean, if we end up hitting nose, that's not bad either. If it goes, well, then this one's gone, and then
This
this
is the
one's going.
women's semifinal of the Sunset
My
Ranch
thought
Kelowna
is
Double
hit this
Cash.
onto this,
Final
Sugar
event on the
stays
BC
here.
Women's Curling Tour
The
presented
only other thing we
by
can do
Bel Air
is
Direct
corner
Insurance and Best
freeze,
Western.
but
Jordan
that's
Kiss with
risky
you.
as hell if I miss at all. She's got
We're
shot
down
for
to the final
4.
2 rocks here in end number 6. Team Wark currently sitting 1 with the hammer, but the potential for a big
My
end
worry with that is
here
that only one rock may get out, and we're
is-
going to expose this
is
one.
there, and Team Kaufman
And
just
then they're
trying to
gonna
figure
have a
out
shot for 3 or 4.
what's the best shot to play here. Do you get in there, or do you?
Hit this one, but this is almost edge on edge. You
It's almost
I know, we
trying
gotta
to
hit on
limit the
this side, though.
damage.
like you're thinking
With,
You
like,
don't want to give
control
up
weight,
4. You give up
wedge
4,
in there, yeah.
it's a
That's
tie
what I'm
game, and then
hoping.
the momentum's all on Team Wark's side.
like you're thinking 3/4 of this,
Yeah,
and hope we get a little action this time.
I think so.
I think that'll end up right there.
We need to make a decision.
If you like that,
I think it's less risky.
So it looks like they're going to bring their red up. That's fine,
Right.
because as long as you hit this red, it's going to stay in that 4-foot area no matter what. So then you got 2 in there,
It's really important.
and
where
that
the shooter
is
goes, though,
that one
to
will
stay with
definitely
it.
help limit the damage.
Because we can overroll the shooter.
Yeah, even if you
Close
roll
to
over.
covering this.
You don't have to
wanna
throw a
get
lot
this
of weight
out
at
of
it, too. You can just throw, just
Control.
T-line, just tap it up. But looks like I think the call is to hit this red one here and kind of roll in. Yeah, I don't think they want to disturb that one on the button and hit it there, because I think, and again, there is a chance it could just hit and roll onto this red one.
It should curl here.
So last rock for Team Kaufman here in 6.
Kim,
It looks like she flared it out a bit. Oh, she did.
Kim, hard.
Don't want to run this yellow straight back. They will hit the red and tap the yellow up. And it is Team Wark sitting 2. Is there a shot for 3?
Shoot. It makes it harder to get the back one.
Maybe try it if you can get to the inside. Hopefully you don't nick off the one it's almost locked onto. Get this one out and maybe score 4.
Right now?
So it looks like they might be just trying to tap it up here. Or even, all you gotta do is just straight tap it out here. If you can get around it and you get 3. They're just trying to draw to the side of the button as well. So final rock here in end number 6. You have to. Can you get one more out of this? It's gotta be pretty precise. Looks like they're just maybe removing the red one. They're on it now. It's moving towards the middle. Are you gonna get it by? It'll just rub off. And it will be a score of 2 for Team Wark here in 6th. They now trail 5-3 over Team Kaufman in the women's semifinal of the Sunset Ranch Kelowna double.
My hearing isn't that bad.
Stop making excuses and do something about your hearing loss. Connect Hearing offers solutions that are discreet, reliable, and cost-effective. Book your free hearing test today.
Team Wark with a big score of 2 in the 6th end. They now trail by 2 points here in the women's semifinal of the Sunset Ranch Kelowna double cash. Team Kaufman with the hammer up 2 points. And between ends, they were discussing playing a tick shot here. They would like to take the hammer up to 2 and number 8.
Backline.
Yes, they are going to play it here. Stephanie Enright will get a chance. Jordan Kiss with you. We are inside the Kelowna Curling Club.
Sure.
The final event on the BC Women's Curling Tour presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western.
Yeah, line's tight, yep.
So we're on it early as it was tight. Maybe gonna play across the face now.
Yep, hard for a piece. Whoa, 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 whoa.
So they will hit a nice chunk of it.
That's not too bad.
And they will tap it to the back 12. It's not terrible. Do leave yourself a corner guard. So high center. So the center guard is made there from Jen. Team Kaufman's going to try one more time for the tick.
Same weight.
And Team Kaufman will like to give a shout out to their sponsors, World Financial Group, Jason White, Base Shop, Shoe Closet and Boutique in Settler, Alberta, and Olsen Curling Supplies. So another tick opportunity here for Steph.
Close. Yep, Kim. Yep. Hard. 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 Whoa. Whoa.
So they will hit. And
Nice
this
shot.
looks pretty nice. The tick is made from Stephanie. Teamwork going to throw one in front of the red guard here. So huge momentum shift over on one of the men's semifinals. Team Jonice being down 3. Dean makes a great shot to score 4 and steals 2 and 6. They take a lead over Team Wenslick. Big one for Team Wenslick. They're battling out with Team Richard for what could be the, which could be for a spot in provincials, the final spot on the BC Curling Tour. So if Team Richard makes the final, defeats Team Cotter, and Wenslick doesn't,
Do you like that?
it'll be tough for them to get the points back. Just see if they can make a comeback with 2 ends to go.
Yep. Hard. Clean. Clean. Clean.
So they're going to peel their own off, keep that house open as much as they can. And Teamwork just going to throw another center guard. Looks like the way this end is going is that Teamwork will be able to force Team Kaufman to 1, though they would love to steal. Just keep throwing the center guards, and Team Kaufman will keep peeling. And probably on a one of Sarah's rocks, you're going to see her go in and try to sit 2. So another peel here. If they can get the one in the house along with it, that would be perfect.
Whoa. Steph.
And we do have handshakes. Sheet 5, Team Richard defeating Team Cotter. Team Richard will now play in the final against the winner of Team Jonice or Team Wenslick, which will be our feature game at 12 o'clock. Christian Pilot again going to throw this center guard. Another peel here for Team Kaufman. I'd like to give a special thanks to Jock Tyre and everybody here at the Kelowna Curling Club, as well as Jeff Richard, who has organized this event.
Whoa.
It's been another fantastic weekend here on the
Whoa.
BC Curling Tour.
Watch
Still
it
one more
down.
stop on the men's side. They'll be in Penticton in 2 weekends from now, and what is top tier event there. Best men's teams from the country and around the world are going to be in Penticton. Yeah, Team Gushu, Botcher, McEwen, Cooey, Dunstone. Jacobs is going to be there as well. Incredible field in Penticton. I think John Eppins will be there too, and the best of the best in Canada. The Ashley Home Stores Classic. Then playdowns coming up too, beginning of December. It's the first playdown in Abbotsford. Of course, men's and women's provincials in Cranbrook.
Clean.
And we do have a
Just
final.
clean.
Women's semi-final. Team Kelowna defeating Team Margaret, and they'll now play the winner of this one here in the women's final. Of course, this weekend also marks the end, or the last event on the BC Junior Tour in Esquimalt, just outside Victoria on Vancouver Island. Team Carpenter winning the event on the men's side. And I believe the Junior Provincials will be the next event we will be streaming here on Curl BC TV. We'll be in Victoria. I believe it starts, I gotta double check. It starts on the 27th of December
We just hit the
and
one,
will
I think.
end on the 2nd of January.
It should, yeah.
You never know. We might do one of the playdowns. Or as mentioned, men's and women's in Abbotsford. Junior playdowns in December are at the new curling club in Chilliwack. So keep a tab on Curl BC's social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Curl BC. Get there for all the latest news and info on
It might run a little
all the
straight
events,
here,
the
so that
tours,
looks good.
and as well the streaming schedules. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button here on YouTube. That way you'll never miss a game here on Curl BC TV.
Control right on the nose.
Sarah Wark coming up short on her draw to split two. And it's an open hit here for Team Kaufman.
Split a bit wide. Kim. Oh, just clean. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, they swept it too good, Kim did. And they're going to hit and they're going to roll out.
Sorry, my fault. It was hanging
And
out
chance
there.
for Team Wark to draw around the two corner guards and
It took
maybe
the
get a
curl.
steal, but at
Okay.
best or worst, forced to one.
Sorry. I thought it was going to hang out there, and then once she started sweeping for curl, it really went.
Those sweepers haven't touched this one. Love to just be in the house here, and they should. They will. They'll come to the back of the 12-foot. So blank now for Team Kaufman.
Do you want to just take one or?
Or take one. You could do either or here. It's whatever
It's
you're most
tempting.
comfortable with.
How much can you see?
Do you want to be?
It looks like it's at least half open.
You want to be up 2 with,
Yeah.
or up
We can
3
try and pick
without?
it. Make sure we make contact though.
Yeah.
You can throw a peel here.
Yeah. I think hers ran nice. Do we want to throw peel? Yeah. Let's
Just kind of figure out what way they want to throw out of this. A little unfamiliar spot for them. So they're going to throw peel. Get the blank. And they're fine with sticking. Just make the yellow one go away.
Oh yeah, I can see a good chunk of it. Okay. So I think peel weight. Yours ran nice here, right?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Yeah, the peels here were running pretty gradual.
Okay.
So last rock here in 7. Blank chance for Team Kaufman to keep the hammer to the 8th.
Whoa! Clean.
And they will do just that. So Team Kaufman will keep the hammer up 2, heading into the final end of the women's semifinal of the Sunset Ranch Kelowna.
My hearing isn't that bad.
Stop making excuses and do something about your hearing loss. Connect Hearing offers solutions that are discreet, reliable, and cost-effective. Book your free hearing test today.
Eighth and final end underway here inside the Kelowna Curling Club. Team Kaufman up 2 over Team Wark. It's the women's semifinal of the Sunset Ranch Kelowna Double Cash. Jordan Kiss here with you on this Remembrance Day Monday. I'm also joined alongside Marcio Cerquino, our producer-director, Jessica Ingram, who's been helping us here behind the scenes as well. It's the final event on the BC Women's Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western. Whereas both of these teams will be in a Red Deer next weekend for the event there. So still lots of curling for both these teams.
Hard on the shooter.
And they're going to play the tick, and they will
Really nice, Steph.
punch the yellow one into the house. And we'll roll over. So it'll be another center guard here for Jen and Team Wark. Just a little bit over the hog line. This one looks going to be a little deeper than that. But it will sit short of the house. And Stephanie
Same weight.
will play another tick. This one is a little further out here and will go on by. So nice break for Teamwork, who needs to steal 2 to force an extra end and throw up a double center guard. If you slide in, that's okay. So Team Wenslick with a big score of 3 in the 7th end on Team Jonice. They're now tied up at 6 apiece. Team Jonice will have the hammer in 8. As that rock from Kelsey Jones comes to the back of the forefoot. Of course, the winner of the men's semifinal will play Team Richard in our feature game at 12. The winner of this one here will play Team Kelowna.
Whoa. Steph. Hard, Steph.
And this one is wide again. We'll go on by and buy everything. Things starting to unravel here a little bit in the 8th end for Team Kaufman. And Sarah's going to ask this one, taut 12. Again, you slide in a little further, that's fine. Light's okay too. So they're on a just to get it by the guard. And he will get it just by. And this one will rest at the top of the 8-foot. Yeah, will. And 2 nice shots from Kelsey. So sitting 3, that's the 3 Teamwork needs to win. Peel again. Kim Curtin. Final rock of the second stones.
Close. Yep. Yep. Hard.
This one's gonna close nose, gonna overcurl a bit, and they're gonna stick their shooter. And Teamwork stealing a couple is looking more and more better as this end goes on. So it'll be a center guard here. Third rocks, Kristen Pilot. This game is not over yet, folks. Don't forget, Teamwork can steal 3 here. If they do, they'll win. They're currently sitting 3 right now. And try to bring this one, make the double peel as hard as possible, and we'll get to the center line. Team Kaufman will try to get the red and the yellow out. Depending where you hit, this yellow one might hit one of the rings as well, but you're not worried about that. You're not going to call it. It'll be a nice bonus if it does.
Close.
Pam Appleman.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Whoa.
And this one looks like it's going to stick the red up there. It will roll over. That is a lot better. But there's still 2 rocks down the center line for Team Wark. There'll be another center guard. it on the center line. Halfway's perfect, right where Sarah's broom, that's where she wants it. And this one needs to curl. I feel like no matter where you put this one, as long as it's near center, Team Kaufman is going to peel it out of the way. Or maybe not that one. That is pretty high. You can't see the ones in the house. And chance to hit and roll behind a corner guard. Although by doing that, you do leave up the center.
Or board.
But this might be the best chance you have at it because
It'll catch on
you
this
peel
one.
it. Sarah Wark can make a better guard on her next.
It should finish
So,
a lot.
At least move the one off the 8-foot here.
I just want to make sure we
So
roll
that's the rock
far
that's going to be
enough.
in your way of your draw.
I like control.
I'm not worried about the one at the back 4 for this moment. And you're definitely not worried about the one at the 12-foot.
Okay, we can do board then. We just got to get a big roll.
So they're going to hit and roll behind their 2 reds.
Close. Yep. 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 Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Close. Whoa.
I think they overswept this one. Maybe make a double, and they will roll. Well, that's fine. We'll roll on top.
Board, do you think? I missed the time.
That's fine. But chance to sit 2 behind this high center guard.
You're right, yeah.
Top
Really
4,
nice shot,
top
though.
8.
Yeah.
So we're on to the skip
That
rocks.
guard
Team
was so
Kaufman
high, I
up
thought
2 in
might
the
as well
women's
play on
semifinal.
the ones in the house.
That was my first mistake.
Sarah in the hack now, getting ready to throw her first. It's a big one. Needs to be second shot. If you're third, your Nikki can remove the back yellow, and I think that'll be enough to win.
Looks light to me.
It's running to get by the guard. Oh, it's really moving. Really get it by. Oh, they'll rub off. Oh, looks like the weight was there.
I guess so. Like now I don't mind being open.
Yeah.
Board.
I think you remove this yellow one here, and that's
You
the
said
game.
It's kind of fast in that spot. And yours, like we could hold it if we need to. I think that with board. Okay, board weight. Yeah. We don't have to roll very far, like just move over like a rock length. I don't mind if we're wide open. Okay. Because then she has to make a play on it.
Yeah, hit this one. Then I don't see anything for Sarah to have a shot for 2. That red being frozen on the yellow one is preventing Sarah Wark from making any sort of double.
Close. Clean. Clean. Yep. Yep.
So Nikki will hit that. That should do it. And yeah, that is going to be handshakes. Team Kaufman defeating Sarah Wark in the women's semifinal of the Sunset Ranch Kelowna Double Cash, and they will move on to face Team Kelowna in the women's final. We will now swing our camera, right, Marcio, over to sheet 6 and bring you the conclusion of Team Jonice versus Team Wenzik. They're currently in the 8th and final end. Team Jonice throwing the red rocks. Those kegs in the way don't help. I think Marcio's going to go out and move them. Careful, they might be heavy, Marcio.
We still gotta get them a gift card.
For sure. We will.
When is the next game?
So there we go. So again, Wenzik throwing the yellow rocks, Jonice throwing the red. Currently, we're on to the skip rocks here. We're going to quickly get a mic out onto the ice, so hopefully you can hear some more of the action out there.
Line's close right now. Clean. Where?
Team Wenzik is sitting 2 right now.
Oh, tons of room, tons of room. Just to my room, guys. Cody. If anything, looks heavy. Cody,
They're going to place it top 8. That's a nice shot from Dan Gardner. They're one in the 4-foot. So it looks like just run this one in and try to clear it off. Morris. So that looks like the call is going to be just to run in the yellow, get it off the 4-foot. Yes, he's going to throw a big weight here. Dean, pretty accurate with the big weight. Loves to throw it too. Yeah, not much else you can do right now. Drawing in is super risky. Even if you make it, Dan will have a shot to probably remove it and might leave Team Wenzik in a better position. So it's going to be big weight here from Dean Jonice. Their second event of the season, this team, and second semifinal. They were in Kamloops, losing to Tyler Tardy. Tyler making a great shot to win that one. On it. They're by 1-2, and we'll make the double. But still, Team Wenzek sitting 1. And looks like they're going to draw around the red one. And that rock at the top 8 foot is going to be important. So it means if Dan makes this draw, Dean is going to have to stick it. He can't hit and roll out. So down to the final 2 stones. Winner faces Jeff Richard in the final, which is our feature game at 12 o'clock. So Dan delivering his last rock.
Pretty close. Yeah, bit of room right now. Stay close, though. Yep. Hard line, yep.
All right for line.
Okay, room.
Waits close. Looks like they just dived on him. They will get a bye, and where it's going to sit. It will come to the back of the 4 foot. And Dean's going to have a draw to the button for the win. Full 4 foot will do it. Dean Jonice. Shot to win. Needs full 4 to book his ticket into the final. All Team Wenzek can do here is just watch. Last rock, 8th end. Final rock of the game. They do have some backing. Sweeper's liking it. And this is heavy, and it will go on by. And Team Wenzek stealing their way to a win here in the semi-final. They will face off against Team Richard in the men's final here in Kelowna. And that will wrap it for our semi-final coverage. Again, back at 12 o'clock, men's final, Team Richard versus Team Wenzek right here on Curl BC TV from Marcio and Jessica. Myself, Jordan Kiss, thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you again very shortly.